Welcome to HomeKit 5. I'm Josh.
I'm Brayden.
This week we're going to talk about Acar, Eufy, Apple, BTCino, I think that's how you say that, and Nito. So got some new ones in there. So it looks like the Acar G2 hub is, no, not G2 hub, G2 camera is coming out. It does have a hub in it, incidentally. But it's coming out soon, right? That's all it says. Yes. We're very excited to launch the Acar G2 camera on Amazon US. We'll be announcing the official launch date very soon. That's from their Twitter account. This was from Friday, I believe. So we're kind of excited to see that. And, it looks like a good camera. I still am not sure the price that they're going to have it up on Amazon for. I know you can get like a Chinese mainland version of this camera and get it shipped to you somehow. But there's certainly been some trouble people have been having. But it is a nice 1080p camera, 140 degree field of view, and knowing Acar, it's going to come in at a great price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. And it's HomeKit secure video. Like that's the big thing with it. So, and then it's got that Zigbee 3 hub built into it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's what we got from Acar.
Yeah. Eufy has a HomeKit, HomeKit Wi-Fi doorbell chime. So it has the little HomeKit code. It's just
on the bottom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like an FCC filing, basically. Mm-hmm. Maybe that picture's from the FCC filing.
Yeah.
But now you can get the Wi-Fi doorbell chime, which is what was in that picture. We couldn't tell what it was before, but now we think, based on looking at all the pictures, it looks like the Wi-Fi doorbell chime.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would love to get HomeKit support for it so I could at least see it in HomeKit. I haven't been super happy. There's a lot of people that are complaining about the HomeKit secure video support in the Eufy cams, like the outdoor cams. We haven't tried an indoor cam yet. I would still be interested to try that, but we do have a little bit of trouble with the Eufy outdoor cams. One of the things that I'm having trouble with is if I know there's going to be a lot of work going on or someone doing work out by my garage, I'll snooze it. But then, I'll still get the HomeKit secure video notifications, which is a little annoying. And then sometimes I just seem to have trouble, actually pulling up the HomeKit secure video. So I don't know what that's about. I haven't really looked too deep into it because the Eufy app itself is super reliable and really gives me most of the functionality I need anyway. I think the HomeKit support from me is just going to be nice because it'll be when you get to tvOS 14, you'll be able to swipe over and see your cameras. But that's another limitation of Eufy is that they don't, if you're using the home base, you can only connect to one camera at a time. So when you swipe over and you have 3 cameras from the home base, you're only going to get an image from one, most likely, which kind of sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Apple. I think we're both kind of excited for this. It's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, 15th.
Tuesday. Yeah, just block that time out on my calendar and tell everyone at my work, don't talk to me. The Apple Time Flies event is going to be going on at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, as they do. I'm very much looking forward to this. I thought they did an amazing job with the WWDC video, so I'm hoping that we'll get another high-quality video out of this one. For sure, the things that are hinted at with the Time Flies is the new watch. We're going to see the Series 6, most likely, with the blood oxygen sensor. Which is the pulse ox that you put on your finger when you're in the hospital and they want to monitor your oxygen. Mm-hmm. So it'll be oh, you need to breathe, or you're gonna die. They're also expected to announce a replacement for the Series 3. There's some speculation that maybe they're going to bring the ECG functionality or maybe the fall detection functionality that doesn't currently exist in there, might make it into that watch. I think that would be super interesting if they bring the ECG functionality in, right? Taking the heartbeat. I could definitely see like getting this for our in-laws.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's kind of interesting. So,
yeah.
I also, I'm curious to see, are they going to announce the OS release dates for everything? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know if you've noticed, the betas have been coming kind of fast and furious lately.
They definitely have.
It was like 6, 7, 8 last week, almost within not even a full 7 days. They dropped 3 releases, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't count that, so don't hold me to that. It just kind of sticks out in my head that they were dropping fast. So I'm kind of hoping we'll hear that stuff, right? Because I would love to know when that tvOS is officially coming out. I don't know if anyone else gets this problem, but sometimes we're just watching something that has like Dolby Atmos sound, and like we just like get this like fuzziness that starts to come in on the sound, and we have to like turn the movie off for a second, turn it back on, and then like sound is fine. It used to happen a lot more. It's been happening less, but it still came back the other day, so I'm hoping they'll fix that thing. I think some of the things that are interesting but are super speculative rumors at this point are a new Apple TV. So we would see an Apple TV that would get obviously a newer processor and maybe 8K support. Like they would put the new HDMI hardware in there, and then you have the better processor. So maybe you could do something more interesting there in the long run. Yeah, a little more future proof. And then the big one though is the remote. It's rumored to get Find My support, so essentially it would work like an AirTag, which we still haven't seen either. And you'd be able to find that, which I think would be super interesting, because if it does use the AirTag technology, it would work with that U1 chip. And we'd be able to walk around the room and be like, oh, it's over that way somewhere. So that would be kind of cool for sure. And then if I would love to see the AirTags, right? Like those were supposed to be here last year this time, and then for some reason it was rumored it was pulled at the last minute. We have like so much information about AirTags, but we don't have the AirTags yet. Yes. So hopefully that'll show up. I don't think we're gonna see the iPhone 12. I think that's gonna be a separate event later. There's a rumor we might see the Apple silicone hardware, like the new processor in hardware. They might announce a new MacBook. That's the rumor at this point. And then lastly, a lot of rumors flying around the HomePod Mini. I'd love to see it, but I'm not holding my breath on this event. Feels like if they drop AirTags for sure, I'm gonna say we probably don't see the HomePod Mini. Like it just feels like too much stuff. But yeah. You never know. They might do it. I definitely think we need to see the what's it called?
The HomePod Mini?
HomePod Mini. Oh. That's totally drawn a blank there for a second. Like I wanted to say AirPod Mini. Like why would I have mini AirPods? HomePod Mini. Like we exist in an ecosystem where like you can go out and buy a cheap Echo or a cheap Google speaker that has that voice assistant in it, but can still function as a speaker. And Apple doesn't really have that, right? You either have the phone or you have the full-size HomePod, which can get a little expensive. If you want to use it in stereo pair, like that gets really pricey. It's like $700 or something. So, it's definitely, I think it's a bit of a reach. And not everyone needs high fidelity everywhere, right? Like we tend to have, like, we've got the Play 5 here in the office because it's like a big office and we want to be able to like have nice sound in here. But in most of the rooms, we just tend to have those like Sonos, the smaller Sonos speakers. So
yes,
they need something.
Yeah.
Come on, Apple. Give us that HomePod Mini.
All right.
Bitissimo.
So, it is an Italian company that has announced the smarther. I don't know. It's
Smarter.
smart and thermostat, but they share the T.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Say it how you will.
It comes in 3 finishes: black finish, white finish, and sand finish. It works with Netetmo's radiator thermostats. That's what those are.
Right.
And then it also, I saw a comment down here that said it might not actually be for the HVAC.
Oh, just for the
thermostat.
The radiator? Yeah.
The radiator thermostats. So, since we don't really have that much information on it,
yeah, we don't have a release date or a price. I think it's interesting. I would expect, maybe this is going to be a Europe first kind of release. So, if you do have a radiator-based system, you might be trying to snag it if you're in the U.S. From European sites.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, right? I still feel like even though we keep announcing new products, it feels like in the U.S. we're kind of limited on smart thermostats that work with HomeKit with HVAC systems, right?
Yeah.
So the hope is we start to see more and more. And it's encouraging to me to see, something like this radiator valve control that works together.
Yeah.
Neato. Yeah, let's talk about the Neato Botvac. So we have the Botvac D7, and back in March they announced series shortcut support for it. Well, now we're getting the D8, D9, D10. So 3 new pieces to the lineup. Basically, the big difference is like battery time and filters. So the D8 is going to have a 90-minute runtime. It uses the laser. They all use the laser system for like guidance and being able to move around even if the lights are off and that kind of thing. But the D8 has 90-minute runtime battery and as far as I can tell, no filter in it. But then from what I can gather, they all look like the same size from the announcement trailer. The D9 moves up to have a partial HEPA filter in it, and it will give you 120-minute runtime. And then the D10 has a true HEPA filter and 150-minute runtime. So, looks kind of interesting. I'm kind of excited about it because we're moving to a new house, potentially. We're putting ours up on the market tomorrow, and the one we're buying is a ranch. So we live in like a split level right now, or a quad level. So it's like a 2-story house, but it's been split in the middle. So you actually have 4 levels. The thing that I never wanted to do was pick one up and then have to like let it run in an area and then pick it up and take it upstairs and let it run upstairs and then bring it back down. Being in a ranch, like, it's going to be nice because we can clean really the entirety of the house.
Yeah.
Being one level, it should just be able to glide over like height differences in floors, hopefully. So I'm very excited to try this. And even though it's not full HomeKit support, you can use Siri shortcuts to control it until it does start cleaning. So you could put together Siri shortcut automations potentially to kind of kick it off. So anyway, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did get a comment on our last video from Modern Day Tech. Mentioned the LifeX bulbs, and he was able to find that where they do mention that it kills off 99.9% of the germs at 2 feet for 8 hours, which seems, I don't know, questionably useful to me.
Yeah.
And then he also mentioned the level lock and the touch. Level lock touch doesn't make sense to him. Because it doesn't really add that much. You have to like replace the whole lock, right, to get the touch functionality.
Mm-hmm.
You can't touch to unlock, which would be kind of nice, right? Like you get to detect your phone and touch to unlock. And then like it's not clear if the NFC functionality, if we're going to be able to like, we can only use the cards that come with it, or if we'll be able to like assign our own NFC from a phone or a tag. That could be potentially interesting. But right now, like the info we have just kind of points at the NFC cards are the thing that you have to use.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this week. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified of new videos coming out. And if you want to make sure they always show up for you, hit the bell. And if you're listening on Spotify or Outcast or any of the other podcast kind of platforms, be sure you hit the subscribe button there as well, so we kind of know you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate it, and we look forward to hearing from your comments. Be sure to put them, I guess, on YouTube. We don't have a comment system right now for our website, so we got to get working on that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you next week.